Hello, everybody. It's story time with Teacher Gabe, and today we're reading Mexican Independence Day and Cinco de Mayo by Dianne M. MacMillan. Let's see, and today is Cinco de Mayo, so happy Cinco de Mayo, everyone. And that's what all the books we're going to be reading about today are about. Let's see, I'm going to make these a little bigger. Olay! Boys and girls scream with delight as they zoom down the high hill of a roller coaster. Ferris wheels turn round and round. On a stage, a group of children are dancing. The girls wear red and green full skirts, and the boys have on white cotton pants and large white shirts. Red sashes are tied around their waist. On their head are wide-brimmed hats called sombreros. The children twirl and stomp their feet. Thousands of people have come together. There is music, talking, and laughter. Teenagers walk by eating long sugar-coated churros. A band is playing and singing. Many people sing along. The sidewalk is lined with decorated booths. People sell hats, shawls called serapes, and baskets. There are also food booths. Delicious smells of tacos, burritos, and enchiladas fill the air. They are made from thin pancake-like pieces of bread folded around beans, meat, and cheese. Children line up to buy the Mexican pastries and cookies. These people are celebrating an important Mexican holiday. Families have come together to celebrate all of this excitement. Oh, families have come together to celebrate. All of this excitement is part of Mexican Independence Day. In many years, in many ways, it is like the 4th of July in the United States. Mexican Independence Day is celebrated on September 16th. The date in Spanish is Dieciséis de Septiembre. It is an important day for Mexican Americans. On the 5th day of May, Cinco de Mayo, another celebration takes place. Cinco de Mayo remembers a special day in Mexican history. These 2 days bring Mexican American families together. They are all proud of their history. So let's find out more about these holidays. See Mexico. Many Mexican Americans were born in Mexico. The country of Mexico is south of the United States. At one time, much of the land of the southwestern part of the United States belonged to Mexico. Thousands of years ago, many different groups of native peoples lived in Mexico. Some of the largest groups were the Mayas, Toltecas, Zapotecas, and Aztecs. They lived in large cities. The cities had beautiful artwork and buildings. The Mayas and Aztecs built pyramids using stones. Excuse me. In 1521, soldiers from Spain came to the New World. They conquered the people of Mexico. All of the land became a Spanish colony. The Spanish called the colony New Spain. The Spaniards ordered the people of Mexico to speak Spanish. Spanish priests taught them Christian beliefs. A priest is the leader of the Catholic Church. For 300 years, the country was under Spanish rule. Everything made or produced went to the King of Spain. The Mexican people were not allowed to govern themselves except in their small towns. Many could not carry guns or ride horses. Everyone had to pay heavy taxes. The Spanish used force, even killing many who resisted them. That's not good. The people were very unhappy. They wanted to make changes, but no one knew how to begin. They needed a leader to take charge and rally the people. Father Miguel Hidalgo became that person. Mexican independence. In 1753, a Catholic priest was born in a small town 100 miles north of Mexico City. Mexico City was the capital of New Spain. Father Miguel Hidalgo was well liked and a good speaker. Miguel's parents were Spanish. His father was in charge of a larger estate or hacienda. Miguel was the youngest of four boys. Of four boys. He was a very good student and he studied hard. After graduating with honors, he became a priest. He taught at a college for many years. Father Hidalgo read many kinds of books. He read about freedom and democracy. He believed that all the people of Mexico should be free to govern themselves. He thought the Spanish rulers were wrong to treat the Mexican natives so badly. His ideas got him into trouble. He was removed from his teaching job, and in 1803 Hidalgo was sent to the small town of Dolores. There he served as a parish priest. The native Mexicans of Dolores were very poor. They were forced to work long hours in the silver mines. The work was dangerous. Many times the walls of the mines caved in and the miners were killed. Other people worked in workshops or in the fields of the large haciendas. They had little food to eat. Their homes were small and crowded. What little money they earned went to the landowners to pay rent. Father Hidalgo wanted to make his life better for the Mexican people. He tried to help them set up small businesses. Some wove cloth, others made wine or raised bees for honey. The Spanish rulers closed the businesses down. Father Hidalgo used his home as a schoolroom. He taught many Mexicans to read and write. He tried to get employers to treat the people better. However, Father Hidalgo could not change the thinking of the Spanish rulers. The only way there could be changes was to overthrow or get rid of the Spanish government in Mexico. On September 16th, 1810, Father Hidalgo began ringing church bells. The people heard the bells, and they left the mines and fields and came to the church. Father Hidalgo shouted to the people to rise up against the Spanish rulers. No one wrote down Father Hidalgo's exact words. People remember some of what he said. Long live Our Lady of Guadalupe, down with bad government, and death to all the Spaniards. That's not too good either. The Lady of Guadalupe was another name for the Virgin Mary, the mother of Jesus. Mexican natives honored the Virgin Mary. They believe she appeared to Juan Diego, a poor Indian, in the 1500s. Father Hidalgo's cries for freedom were called the Grito de Dolores, or the Cry of the Dolores. The Mexicans were moved by Father Hidalgo's words. They grabbed picks, shovels, pitchforks, and other tools to use as weapons. They made banners with pictures of the Virgin Mary on them. Carrying the banners, they began to march through the streets in Dolores. They were ready to fight for their freedom from the Spanish rulers. First, they attacked the silver mines. Then, they charged a stone fortress. When the fortress was destroyed, the people began to attack the haciendas. The Spanish soldiers were outnumbered by the huge crowd of Mexicans. As the people marched, more and more Mexicans joined. As the people marched, more and more Mexicans joined in the fight. In a few weeks, more than 80,000 people had joined with Father Hidalgo. They no longer feared the Spanish. However, the Spanish troops were very strong. After a few small victories, Father Hidalgo's followers were defeated. A year later, in 1811, Father Hidalgo was captured and put to death. Still, the Mexican people would not give up. Father Hidalgo had given them hope. They continued to fight for their freedom. It took 10 more years, but finally in 1821, Mexico won its independence from Spain. Each year on September 16th, Mexican people everywhere remember Father Hidalgo. He is called the father of the Mexican independence. Church bells ring in honor of this man. People repeat his famous speech, the Grito de Dolores. Cities with large numbers of Mexican Americans have many activities to celebrate Mexican Independence Day. Parades are popular in California, Arizona, and Texas. Thousands of people line the streets to watch. Mexican American community groups march down the street. There are marching bands, famous Mexican Americans from sports, entertainment, and politics ride in cars and wave to the crowds. Some people carry the Mexican flag. The flag has 3 large stripes, green, white, and red. Each color stands for a different idea. Green stands for independence, white stands for religious freedom, and red stands for unity. In the center of the flag is an eagle. The, the bird stands on a prickly pear cactus. In its mouth is a snake. According to the legend, the Aztecs saw an eagle eating a snake, and they built their capital on that spot. Later, Mexico City was built in the same place as the Aztec capital. On Mexican Independence Day, people like to watch folk dances. Dance is an important part of Mexican culture. Culture is the way people dress, what they eat, and the music they play, their beliefs, and their customs. The dancers wear colorful costumes. The women wear brightly colored, long, full skirts with ruffles. The skirts swish and swirl as the women dance. Male dancers wear a rodeo rider costume called a chado. Some men wear sombreros. Dancers twirl and stamp their feet to the beat of the music. Some of the dances are very old. Many of them are based on ancient American Indian stories. Some dancers dress in traditional Aztec costumes with lots of feathers. The dances tell about gods and emperors. Dances help Mexican Americans remember their Mexican heritage. So I'm going to make this one a little smaller. There we go. The Mexican hat dance called Jarabe Tapatio is the national dance of Mexico. The dancers take quick hopping steps around a sombrero that is placed on the floor. Carnivals, street fairs, and celebrations held in parks are the other ways Mexican Americans celebrate Independence Day. Green, white, and red balloons decorate booths. Paper flowers made from tissue paper are tied to fences and poles. Everywhere there are smells of delicious Mexican food. Some people sell tacos, burritos, enchiladas, rice, beans, and menudo. Menudo is a soup or stew. Many families bring their own food and have a picnic. In the evening, fireworks often burst across the sky. Everyone remembers the brave men and women who struggled for Mexican freedom. Let's see, time to celebrate. Mexican Americans love parties and celebrations. They call them fiestas. Fiestas mean feast day. A feast day to Mexican Americans mean music, dancing, colorful clothes, and good food. Some people make their own tortillas, which are flat pancake-like bread made from corn or wheat. But most buy their tortillas at the store. Tortillas are eaten every day and fixed in many ways. They can be wrapped around meat, cheese, beans, and rice. Frying or baking tortillas in different ways will make tacos, enchiladas, or burritos. Cheese and sauce are put on top of many Mexican dishes. Every fiesta means eating many delicious traditional foods. Often mariachi bands play at fiestas. The bands are a symbol of Mexico. The band groups generally have 6 to 8 members. There are usually 2 men that play the violin. The others play the trumpet, guitar, and bass. They sing and play favorite folk songs and popular music. Some folks sing La Cucaracha, which means the cockroach in Spanish. Let's see. Some folk songs and they've been sung for hundreds of years. Mariachis dress in colorful costumes trimmed with silver buttons that flash in the sun. They often wear hats called sombreros. Some people believe mariachis go back to when the French army occupied Mexico. Many French soldiers married Mexican women and they hired small bands to play at their weddings. The bands were later called mariachi because the French word for wedding is marriage. Whether this is true or not, everyone loves listening to the mariachis play. They are an important part of every celebration. Many schools in the United States have special Cinco de Mayo celebrations. At a school in Orange, California, boys and girls put on a special Cinco de Mayo school fair. For weeks they plan for the big day. Some of the children learn Mexican songs and dances. Everyone helps make decorations for the school playground. Parents cook Mexican food. The excitement builds until the fiesta of Cinco de Mayo begins. Cinco de Mayo. On Cinco de Mayo, the playground is crowded with children and their families. Many boys and girls walk in a big circle while music plays. On the ground, Numbers are placed around the circle. Mexican music blares from the loudspeakers. Who will stop on the lucky number? The music stops, and the walkers stop and look down at the numbers. Laughter and shouting greet the child who is standing on the winning number, and the child wins a cake. Over the side, Over to the side, there are games like Lasso the Bull. Each player has wooden rings. The rings are tossed at the horns of a paper bull. To win the prize, a ring must hang on the horn. Nearby are food booths. Children and their parents line up to buy tacos. Tree trunks and school fences are brightly decorated with tissue paper flowers made by the boys and girls. Mexican American children share their culture with one another. They enjoy telling other boys and girls about the Battle of Puebla. Other Cinco de Mayo celebrations take place at parks and churches. There are many events, picnics, and piñatas for the children. Puppet shows, baseball and soccer games, and carnivals. Museums have art shows that display paintings and artworks created by Mexican Americans. Everywhere there are mariachis and folk dancers. Many Mexican Americans look forward to celebrating Cinco de Mayo with their friends and neighbors. They enjoy eating Mexican food and going to fiestas. Cinco de Mayo has been celebrated in the United States for more than 100 years. Mexican Americans enjoy Cinco de Mayo, however, they consider their Independence Day to be the most. Oh, wait, hold on. Mexican Americans enjoy Cinco de Mayo. However, they consider their Independence Day to be the most important Mexican patriotic holiday. Mexican Americans are proud of their history, and Mexican Independence Day and Cinco de Mayo are important days to remember. Both holidays celebrate the courage of the Mexican people. They remind everyone that no matter how great the struggle, it is important to keep trying. Mexican Americans look forward to next year's Mexican Independence Day and Cinco de Mayo. Ole! Alright, and that is Mexican Independence Day and Cinco de Mayo. Alright, and that's the only story we have for today. Thank you guys for reading with me. I hope you guys have a good day.